So last step, once you have all of your elevations drawn, there's a couple of ways you can lay these out on your D-size border. So the border, everything is in layout space. If you use the CAD template, it probably says D-size layout still. You need to rename that. For your floor plan would be on one, and then right click, move or copy. You can create a copy, and then you can relabel it as elevations. And you can reorder these, you can drag these around and move them. So in this one, inside the viewport, which is this blue square that you're seeing, and you can put that on a different layer. You can also make it bigger. Inside that viewport is just supposed to be your floor plan. So what you end up doing is in your layers, you turn everything on, but the things you don't want to see, you freeze in that particular layout. So all this reference line, everything not related to my floor plan, I'm freezing in the layout. That leaves me my floor plan. I can lock it back down to the 1/4 inch equals a foot. Then I work on my title block. My elevations, that does still work. It's not the greatest because now everything in your model space has to be laid out correctly. And you'll see that at a 1/4 inch, these probably are not going to fit very well. So you may have to modify down to 1/8 of an inch on your elevations. But I'm going to stick with what we have so far. I've only got 2 views rotated. So same principle in that viewport. I do not want to see any text from my floor plan. I don't want to see any dimensions from my floor plan. No doors, no fixtures, no plumbing, no walls, no roof, no windows. So anything related to my floor plan needs to be turned off. This is where it gets really nice in your layer properties features to use groups. You can actually create a group, and in that group, you can call that floor plan. And then over here, you can put every one of the layers in that particular group. So I can say my floor plan group contains every layer related to my floor plan, just like so. And then when I come in here, I see all of those layers, and now they're grouped for me. So I can freeze and thaw them a lot quicker that way. Again, just another extra tool I'm showing you here. But back to setting up your elevations. So this will be okay as long as you've got them laid out in model space close enough that they will fit. If not, what you may end up wanting to do is have each of them in their own individual viewport. So I would end up deleting that viewport. Go back in, create viewports, but have 4 in this space. And then each viewport is going to contain 1 elevation. So I would start out my normal front view, zoom in, again, making sure I have freeze and thawed all of those layers related to that group again. I don't want to see any of that on this plan. Just want the elevation. Once I have the elevation in, then I can set the scale. So now I'll know, does a 1/4 inch fit? Not really. And you can always do 2 views per sheet if that's the case. So instead of having 4, I could just have 2 viewports, the front, the side, and then the back and the side on a different sheet. That's not a problem. So whichever way you want to do, just remember that if I go with 1/8 inch equals a foot, I've got to adjust all of my text height and my dimensions for the elevations to match that. So now I have to go create new dimension styles that reflect an 1/8 inch equals a foot. So that's a 96 scale factor instead of a 48. So front view, I'm sorry, that was should be my side view. This one will be my front view. A lot of work when you have 4 viewports to turn everything on and off. So whatever is the easiest for you to get this done is what you should do. Sometimes I do things a little more complicated by, like I said, 4 viewports. Now I got to turn all these things off or freeze all of these things. So the only thing I'm left with is that view that then I can set at 1/8 of an inch. And I can kind of align those. Then under each view, I should have it labeled. This is my south elevation. Remember, it was facing south. So this is my south elevation. That would be my west elevation. Then I would have my north elevation and my east elevation. So again, making sure you put a label underneath each view. And that can be directly on your viewport. So I can just come back into text on top of my paper. And it's kind of like a title. So I want to use 1/4 inch text. And that was south elevation. And then I'll just copy that and modify it for each of my viewports. So whichever elevation I put in each of these viewports, that's what the label will be under those. The scale can all, as long as they're all the same scale, the scale can go in your title block area. So you have a place here. So if I put my scale in, these are all going to be 0.125 lettering, 1/8 inch equals 1 foot scale. Whatever the date is, my project, this would be sheet 2. So the floor plan sheet 1, this is sheet 2, and again the sheet size text might be a little bit larger. Then the other text, your title, project names might be a little bit bigger. But essentially that's what your finished product would be. Title block's completed, scale is there, each of these are labeled. The elevations are finished with dimensions, with notes, with materials, with hatching. And this is actually would be something you would be having printed because you could save it at the scale it needs to be. It's on a D-size sheet. You save it as a PDF and you could submit that.